Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. We're gonna start this episode off with a bit of naval battle, looking at the warrior class and a number of katetsus. So we've got two enemy ships coming ahead, coming down from the front there, and then we've got quite a number of them turning up in the flank, and I believe the katetsu, not the katetsu, the warrior class has just started coming under fire, so it's gonna open up on a flanking force of enemy naval ships that's turning up, and then the katetsus is gonna turn forwards and then come into the side. So at this point I have been able to upgrade, so we have advanced armor piercing shell. Not that that needed, because well, most of the enemy ships are actually just copper plated, and there's no, you know what, we're gonna tell the warrior to advance here. The enemy is actually closed in on the warrior, so I think we can safely switch to explosive shells at this point. See, they're coming in this cluster. There might be some, yeah, looks like copper plated is the best they can muster the enemy. So I'm hoping we can do some ramming as well, because I'm been able to upgrade that so my fleet can ram the enemy. Right, this ship just went belly up, and the HMS Warrior, sir, is about to fire a broadside into this mess. And right now these guys are not doing too well, given the fact that they're going straight ahead into the warrior's broadside here as he continues to march in front of them. Not very clever. I think we're going to take two lead katetsus and turn sharply towards the enemy, while the other three continue going after the enemy over here. And we're going to switch to explosive shells for all three of them. Right, let's have the warrior turn a bit more, and then maybe slow down to just to slow. Now we'll go into first person once more and fire. Shot the mast of that one. The enemy ship actually crashing in to the warrior class at this point. And we're about to fire once more. Boom! The enemy is standing no chance here. The katetsu is ready. Gonna turn them a bit more. It's almost like they're suiciding into the warrior class. Okay, so I think we've got them right here. Let's go for a ram and then tell the warrior class to get the hell out of there, because a lot of these ships are at this point on fire. The Gatling gun is opening fire, and boom, we hit that ship in the side. And we're continuing onwards. Let's get this one continuing straight forward, and then right in for a ram. We're gonna turn the warrior class a bit out to the side. And is this one sinking? It has surrendered. Unfortunately for the enemy though, it looks like this ship does not care, and it's going to hit right in the arse of it. Right, we're going to pass, try to get these guys to come about. How about you go full reverse for both of these guys? Are they continuing to fire with the Gatling gun at this point? I guess the enemy has surrendered, so there's no point in continuing dragging this on. Interesting strategy there by the enemy, going straight into our ship. Our ships, I should say. The warrior class still heading out there, going to turn around and come back at the enemy. I want to see if we can get some more Gatling gun action here. This one has a functioning Gatling gun. Let's see if we can turn in between the enemy ships here. Can I get you two to come this way? Or is that even possible? Warrior class continuing forwards. Lot of fire going down on the enemy right here. We're closing in soon. These guys are ready to start opening fire. Let's see if I can maybe look from the inside here. Is this a Gatling gun crew? It's the wrong side. Oh, here we go. We're coming up on the side. These guys even firing their muskets at this point. We're not really being able to get close enough. Come on. I want this to go. Let's go ahead and do that. Do the ram, because then I know the ship is going to increase its speed. Oh, now it's firing. Let's see if we can get onto that Gatling gun. Ooh, we're actually going by the bullets here. We shot a guy that landed in the sea. Well, that's very nasty. Oh, the other Kutetsu hits the back of that ship. Might be sinking at this point. Everyone's running out. Oh, these guys hit this one in the back. Right, let's see if we can get the warrior to turn. The warriors actually suffered quite a lot, so I imagine maybe the enemy have been using, I'm not entirely sure if they've been, yeah, they've been using explosive shots against the warrior, which I thought more or less impossible to wound, but they've lost, warriors actually lost a lot of its guns, and it's also lost quite a bit of its crew as well. But once the warrior actually gets you in her sights, there's not a lot you can do. The Kutetsus are coming in at full speed, going to aid the warrior class. And even though it suffered quite a lot, it's still going strong. But my point of, or my plan to actually go ahead and go through this sort of the enemy's kind of naval blockade or blockade is not blockade or blockade. It's not really working, is it? The thing is, I have, however, been able to go through on the other side. We'll see that once we win this, which will be pretty darn soon, and we will see the situation on land, how that has taken shape. Go ahead and jump out of here, pressing H. Oh, the warrior class is actually sinking upon this point. It's taken on water. It's only the enemy's admiral ship that's left, more or less. We're gonna go straight for him though. Same over here. Kutetsu. Is he gonna miss him? Oh, looks like he's just going to miss him. But the Gatling gun has opened fire. And is tearing up that ship. This one's coming in though, possibly being able to hit the enemy ship. Ooh, it's coming straight ahead. Let's see. There's no way they're gonna be able to avoid this. Going straight. Yes, nice. We're gonna hit it. And boom! Very nice hit. Let's see if we can continue this by maybe have our Gatling guns fire a bit as we pass him. Don't like the fact that the warrior class has taken on this much water though. You can actually see, kind of see it sinking at this point. So I really want to win the battle before the ship sinks. Can I go ahead and go inside here and fire a bit. We have been firing with the Gatling gun here on this guy. Let's see, the warrior class have stabilized. The enemy is still firing upon him.
Sir, your general is in terrible danger.
But we are ready for another ram. Going straight up the back of this guy. He is on fire. And now we're gonna ram him. Oh, this one's got a big gash right in the back here. Okay, we're gonna back off. Same with this one, back off. But we're going to try to head in with the other ship there. Oh, once we hit him in the back, it just opened him up and he's sinking to the bottom of the sea at this point. Like most of the Shogun's ambition at this point. We're gonna take a closer look at that. This one, after having rammed the enemy, was actually on the way on sinking. Let's go to the campaign view and take a look what's going on there. And here we have it. So we actually came across 10 enemy ships. So what happened was it was the enemy's turn, and they attacked me. So we came upon a fleet of about I think 8 ships, and then two of Nagoya's ships came and attacked us. So this is what happened right here. Luckily for us, though, we were able to sink all those enemy ships. And you look at the level they go from. All these Katetsu class that I've recently been able to recruit have all gone to. I mean, this one went to 6 and this one went to 6, 5, 3, 2. So they did a lot. Horrific victory though, because we still lost a lot of men in this. The warrior class lost 200, so 2/3 of its men. Same with this one, lost almost all their men as well. But we've sunk a lot of the enemy. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the map and see where we're at. So we've marched past, I can't exactly remember what we were doing last time, but I don't think we had gotten this far as we've done now, where we pushed forward so that the traditionalist, which I've called him because he is, his army has moved up and laying siege to Mikawa on the way through here. And then we had, well, his army was here. What we have is we've got Saigo is over here, and he's got some replenishment coming up here. He's got 3 Gatling guns now. They're going to be spread out among the armies, but they just came off the train station, which the enemy was not able to attack and destroy in time anyways. And we're gonna split these Gatling guns off into a number of armies. Also, Saigo's army has completely been revamped almost. He's got a few old troops, but we've got Imperial infantry now instead of the line infantry. We've got Bato Tai, which is a kind of a melee unit for the Imperial cause. Then he's gonna get Black Bears, Revolver Cavalry, and Gatling guns. And then he's gonna be split off with the faction leader as well. So that's what's going on right here. We've been able to push forwards here. We're laying siege to this area. And up in the north, we've got the British army laying siege to Echigo. And we pushed through this rather rapidly. I was able to cause rebellions in both of these without any problem at all. And then this British army was able to just sweep through and capture all of this. This one's next with 68%. That's gonna fall pretty darn soon. We're starting to change the the allegiance of a lot of these frontline provinces. So at this point, we need 2 more loyal provinces, which is gonna, I think, happen pretty darn soon. This one is rapidly moving towards pro-imperial. We've got a number of others. I think it's this one and the one down there is going to move like that. And then what I also did was I moved one army. I picked up the French army and I moved it through here. First thinking I'm going to land it back here. But I looked how underdeveloped a lot of these areas were. I decided, you know what, we're going to go bold. And we're going to go down through here, which we can see I've done. And we've gone all the way down. And I decided rather than landing through this area, which we can see is rather heavily guarded with all these ports and stuff, I decided that we would land up here in Hitachi, which we did, and then the French army has actually gone just straight through everything and is now about to lay siege to Musashi. So we're gonna lay siege to the enemy capital. I'm gonna move up the navy so that we are able to help out. You know what, I'm not able to get through here unless I attack those, which I think we should be able to do, even though there is a strong port there. I don't want to do any more naval battles though. Oh, we just pushed him out of the port, so there was no problem there. What we're going to do, so I'm going to lay here, which both these navies, and we're gonna go ahead and attack the enemy capital. Now, I had wished that they had made a bigger castle or more effort to actually defend this, but this is what we have. We've got the French, a French foreign veteran, and then I put this guy in charge, which he doesn't have any specific traits more than he's got a replenishment rate for all his troops with this bottle of chloroform. Oh, it's not. I wonder how that is going to help his army to recover. We don't want to go any further into that. The spy is on his way, or the ninja is on his way. So we're really on the verge of victory here. The only things that I want really is we need a battle with the French army, which unfortunately looks like that's going to be a siege. Or if we're building a lot of stuff. So at this point, I mean, my monetary problems are really over, because I'm making about 30,000 each turn. So 28,000 gold throughout all of this. This one's about, you know what, we're gonna leave this province and we're gonna come down and make sure that we can turn the province of Musashi and take Edo. So we're ready for that, and I think we'll do that, and we'll see about getting a Gatling gun battle. So fighting them with the French and Gatling gun battle, those are the two that are left. And I think without further ado, let's go ahead and... Oh, they're gonna be able to deliver some as well, but that's only because they've got one ship there. You know what, can I see about pushing that ship away so we're really undefeated there. Boom, there you go. And then we're gonna go back. So now they're not going to get any artillery support at all. So let's go ahead and use the French army in battle. Let's go ahead and quick save first. To victory. And there we have it. We have the Shogun's capital ahead of us. And it's interesting the fact that the French, which have been on the side of the Shogun for this entire time, now gonna switch side and actually take his capital. We've got these new, what were they called? The 3rd-inch ordnance rifle horse artillery. Not actually very good. I've found that the later cannons, like the Armstrong gun and so forth, they shoot a bit too straight, and so when you've got these castles like on hills, with no close hills you can stand your artillery on, it's kind of hard to actually fire into the enemy castle. But with that, you know what I should really say here, one thing I noticed, this general is an actual traditional general, because he's got the big bodyguard with 68 samurais guarding him, so he should really carry the name or the epithet of being the traditional general. Let's go ahead and start here.
We attack.
And they actually got matchlock towers. Not that it's going to be a major problem for us, but maybe more the mortars. I'm going to go ahead and have this artillery piece move up onto the hill here, so we'll actually have something in good view of firing upon the enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and spread out these French grenadiers a bit more, since they've come under fire from enemy mortar fire. So we got these French grenadiers, which probably still sound like cannons because I haven't changed any of that. And then we've got the normal French line infantry. And then we've got some more of these guys, the guys that wear the grey uniform. And not entirely sure what the big significance here. I couldn't recruit the French Marines, so I guess that's locked to the guys who've actually chosen the support of the... Oh, the cannons are actually getting fired upon by the garrison there. Something which I didn't really think upon, and so now we've lost 2 guns. So we're gonna have to deal with these guys before we go ahead and set this up. So now we've lost a lot of... We almost lost the entire battery. I think we can do halt right here. So that wasn't very nice. We're gonna have to use our artillery bombardment to kind of blow this area apart before we go ahead and advance here. What I think we can do though is I think I can open up the gate there, and this one can blow up this tower, and then we can see about... I don't think we can advance just yet with the infantry. We're gonna see what happens here. Then the grenadiers can probably advance. You know what? These troops can actually advance. The line infantry will hid behind here. So I want to see now the great bombardments coming in.
Have the enemy tower. Fine work, sir.
We're gonna hopefully blow this entire area apart. Hit quite a few of the walls and blow them up. Boom! Lots of enemies go flying. Even more we hit over there. Quite a lot of nice hits here, killing a lot of the enemy. So I guess the French grenadiers got a chance now to attack this area. Could see about doing away with creating a hole or an opening over here. It's interesting how this these batteries got two of the special ability, and both of them are targeted strikes. So basically the artillery becomes even more accurate. So we just killed that part there, but we've got this part here. I think I can actually probably hit that on my own. Boom! We need one more strike though. Let's see, one more. A bit higher then. Just a little bit more, and then we'll blow that apart. Boom, I think that was it. Or I think the other gun actually did it. Let's hit the corner there, and then have you fire, I don't know, hit that tower. Right, time for the Grenadiers to move in. French Grenadiers are ready to march up and attack the enemy position. Those bloody mortars. Right, what's my plan here? My plan will be to actually climb in and attack this point directly. So we're gonna move these guys over there, and then we're gonna have these guys go ahead and burn this and burn their way through here. Grenadiers are marching up here under fire from the enemy mortars.
Destroyed an enemy tower.
Let's see, where am I actually gonna stop these guys? Let's have them march up to about this point. Let's get going a bit quicker there. Right, these guys are in position. Set fire to that gate.
Sir, I fear your
I
general
wonder if I can set fire maybe all the way from down here. I think that was them actually throwing the... Okay, we just set fire to the wall there. We need to move a bit to the side. I wonder if they can actually throw from down here. No, it doesn't look as though they can. Go ahead and climb. Now I want you to set fire to that. There we go, the French Grenadiers have opened fire. Starting to shoot down these guys up here. Now they actually sound like normal guns, but I haven't really done anything to change that. The enemy is actually moving away, so we're gonna gain ground here, get closer, and then these two gonna get on this side, trying to climb. The gate is open. We're gonna go through. We've actually, this side was hit by, I guess, a shell, so this side is open. These guys, let's go ahead and capture that tower, and you guys gonna go all the way up here, and you can shoot the enemy in the back. Now the enemy is just standing here, so you know what, we're gonna move all the way up to the wall, and we're gonna climb all along it over there, while these guys ready to come in behind. You know what, we're ready. Let's get both units here ready to shoot the enemy in the back before we actually try to gain access to the inner courtyard. Or try to climb, I should say. Nasty hit there. Can my Grenadiers please hurry up a bit? So now we're able to set up behind the enemy and shoot them in the back. Can I get this one to hurry there? And then we get the other one to come along the wall there. Guess I forgot to tell them to go guard mode, so they don't waste time doing anything other. They killed some guys retreating here, hurrying up and getting ready to shoot these guys down. You know, you're supposed to oh, now these guys sound like cannons. And now these guys have opened fire. Can you guys actually shoot at that unit instead? Kind of interesting how the Grenadiers are not the unit that's fucked up, but the normal line infantry. Time to climb inside. We've got a mass amount of troops here, so we're going to drop an artillery strike, and then we're going to have The line infantry hurry up forward there, and these guys gonna hurry up to that point. It sounds like just a mass amount of artillery being shot at the enemy here. So grenadiers are climbing in, shooting down these guys. Right, we're done with that. Line infantry will go ahead and burn that gate, and the artillery is coming in on this side. See how effective it is. I'm hoping it's gonna this unit is really what needs to get hit here. Doesn't look as though it's going to. And at the same time as all of this is happening, we can now move this artillery up. Oh shit, here comes the rockets. Thinking they actually broke down their own wall there by firing like that. So it's a fusilier of the normal line infantry that sounds like cannons. We're actually going to do kneel fire. We get both lines firing here. Time to set this cannon up. And since it's only one cannon, I can probably... Oh, look at what's going on here. The line infantry has come under heavy attack. We're gonna get the general to get around here to support his men, because we've got a levy garrison that's moved out and is fighting with the two line infantry units, and we've got more enemies coming in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this unit of 105. We're going to see about pulling them off, and I'm then going to tell the other one to double in its effort at attacking the enemy, while the others go out into line here ready to shoot the enemy in the side. And the fighting continues over here. We had some even charging out of the castle. What we're going to do is we're going to get a French grenadiers to climb up on the side, going around this mess, and get these guys to open fire by double ranked standard. And the enemy is kind of falling back. You know what? I should have set one of the grenadiers. You know what? Before the enemy kind of comes back, I want to set fire to this gate. Go ahead and throw. Nice. Now I want you guys to come back a bit. Hopefully the enemy still wants to fight us here, so they're gonna move out and still be on the gate or around the gate as it blows up. Shit, the wall here might break. Is this gun ready? Nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and take control of it. Ooh, I need to aim a bit higher. We're gonna go ahead and enable both these. So we aim as... Ooh, that went out into the great sea. There's a very tiny area there which I'm able to hit. Those rockets are devastating my grenadiers. You know what? Continue to fire through there. I need to take control of my grenadiers and get them forwards. Right, the enemy's coming down again. I want the grenadiers. You know what? Let's just get them full into melee here. Well, maybe not this smaller one. And then we'll use our ability to hold firm, which will increase our ability to fight, and then the general will come in around. Can we try to, you know what, target that building? Target the main building. We should be able to do that. Looks like the enemy have pulled back completely almost on this side, and is all going in from the center here. Line infantry, come through. The grenadiers, we have a possibility here to open up on their side. So if I can get my line, get the guys in line here, ready to shoot on this side. These guys slowly cutting these. We've got some spear levy. General coming in to support. Both you charge in. Give some room for the general to come in. Okay, you guys ready? Give me some Neil rank fire there. Doesn't look like they want to. We're gonna split this unit off, open up a bit of an area there, and then we're gonna get these guys to come in on the side there. Ooh, it looked like they overran the French, but not just yet. We're gonna go ahead and inspire the unit that's in the middle of all of that. We're gonna rally, and then I'm gonna move the general to be kind of in the middle of everything when our heroic assault, and then we're going to get everyone back in fighting order by using the second wind. There we go. We're gonna pull him back a bit. And so now with all these ability, you know what? We're gonna use the auto trigger disable. We're gonna use the war cry. That's what we're gonna use. So we're gonna scare the enemy as well. So really hammering the enemy at this point. So shame it wasn't easier to actually fire this thing. There we go. Quite close.
Enemy approaching.
I was supposed to send these guys up to set fire to this tower. Come on, Frenchies. Right, I think we're done. We've gone through here and slashed our way through. Time to attack and claim the center. Here comes the general going through, and we're gonna charge the center. We've got one enemy unit out there, back there, but what I can do is I can actually tell the grenadiers to get up on the line behind here and open fire upon them while the general claims the main ground here. And before the enemy is able to regroup, we will have claimed the inner courtyard. And the walls here, firing down upon the enemy. And the enemy is actually broken at that point. The general's bodyguard doing its thing. And I don't want you to fire because you sound like bloody cannons. Right, and there we have it. We are victorious. It's kind of a shame that the last battle here to take the last castle, or the main castle of the enemy, was not more spectacular. But I'm gonna see about getting some more spectacular fights with the Gatling gun and so forth. We'll see how much more more time there is for this episode, and we'll see what we can do. But otherwise that will come in the next, because we haven't really won just yet, but we're about to really win pretty darn soon.